It's an interview we've been waiting for a really long time, making his UFC debut at UFC 178 this Saturday. It is Eddie Alvarez, who's 25-3. He's been a big-time prospect of the UFC. He's a former Bodog champion, former Bellator champion, considered one of the greatest prospects to not fight in the UFC. Eddie Alvarez, first off, welcome, and thank you for coming on the show. Second, how does it feel to be in the UFC finally?
It's been a long road, and I just feel like was just supposed to happen when it happened. You know, a lot of people want it to happen earlier, but unfortunately it wasn't able to, and timing couldn't be any better. I'm training with the best team in the world. I'm there full time, and I have the best coaches behind me, and I'm looking forward to this fight on Saturday.
Now you're coming in ranked at number 14, which is pretty low in my opinion. I mean, especially with your history. I mean, your amazing fights with Michael Chandler and Kawajiri, Hoheem Hansen. They have Donald Cerrone at number 5, and being your first fight in the UFC, do you think that maybe this is right where you need to be, or do you think you're being kind of fed to the wolves here, being dropped right in the middle?
Trial by fire.
I get why I'm 14. If I came in, as a champion of another promotion, and they put me at, number 2, number 3 in the UFC, it would just, I get the game. I understand why I'm 14. No hard feelings. I think it's up to me on Saturday to let whoever does the rankings. I don't know if they're football guys or tennis guys or MMA guys. To let them know that they're, they need to get their MMA game up and know what's going on.
Now, a lot of people are pretty much only familiar with the stage of the UFC, that being, the biggest promotion, obviously, in the world for mixed martial arts. So they aren't familiar with Eddie Alvarez. So if you were to tell the fans that are listening right now something to expect from your performance, what should they be looking for from Eddie Alvarez?
I take risks, man. I don't play to the judges. I go out there. It's high pace. Violent, it's in your face, and I'm not afraid to get knocked, damn near clipped and knocked out, and I'm not afraid to go after one either. So probably not the most efficient style or the best or the most intelligent to get a win, but I can't help it. I am who I am, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get in this guy's face and try to put him away. That's that's me being myself, and I'm not gonna veer from that.
Might not be the best strategy, but it's definitely the most fun, right?
Yeah, fun. I think. Look, I don't think these fans give a shit about who wins. I don't think anybody who paid $60 or paid front row $1,000 or whatever they're paying. I don't think they give a shit who wins. They came to see a fight. They came to see a high-paced, violent fight and try to see guys put each other away. So, that's what I'm doing.
Now, do you feel that Cerrone possibly might be overlooking you? He recently has said that he's never seen a single one of your fights. He never watches any of the tapes because, quote, he has wakeboarding and shit to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, he's completely full of shit. But that's an easy way of taking the pressure off yourself, acting like you don't give a shit. That's actually the best way to take pressure off yourself, is act like you don't care about something.
I'm going to have to take that advice. At the same time, though, is it possible that you might kind of be overlooking Cerrone by already looking at Melendez?
No. For me, my habits and my actions are all about Donald Cerrone. I could talk about Gilbert as much as I want, but what I do every day and how I act and the things that I'm doing in the gym, they're all focused toward Donald Cerrone. People just ask me about Gilbert, so I talk about him. It's not really a thing that I bring up or a thing that's on my mind, but it's just me talking, not really taking any action on it right now.
Right. Okay.
Do you feel that the talk about Gilbert is just because it's a fight that was supposed to happen back when he was in Strikeforce and you were in Bellator and there was that possible cross promotion?
I feel like this Gilbert Melendez has called me out on numerous occasions when we were in different promotions. So it's like me talking behind 50 guys. We know we're not going to fight, so let's just walk away from each other and keep it quiet. He would talk and say stuff. He wanted to fight me. Whenever I made a headline, he would talk to try to steal a headline. So now We're in the same promotion. This fight can happen, 100%. So now let's talk about it. You know?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. You know,
recently,
let's talk about it a little bit.
He saw your rebuttal about his fight with Diego. He seemed a little shocked, and he said, you know, he still thinks you lost the step. He still thinks that and you're completely off of his radar because he has bigger fish to fry. That he's not afraid to fight you. And, you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But he feels you're off his radar. Do you think that's, again, just him trying to push away now that you guys are in the same organization?
No, man. I feel like, you know, Gilbert's the cheerleader who's always trying to suck off the high school quarterback. You know, he wants the guy who has the belt. He wants the guy who has the headlines. He wants the guy on the Wheaties box. He don't want the guy, you know, coming in who's not recognizable yet. He wanted me when I was making headlines, when I was champion of this, and people were talking about me. So, you know, I need to be talked about again. As soon as I am, I guarantee Gilbert Melendez he's all over me.
Well, that's the goal this Saturday, right?
Yeah, man.
The goal this Saturday to get people to start talking about you again. I'm excited, man, because it's like it's one of those things where the UFC started picking up all kinds of talent from different organizations. Yet for some reason, you weren't selected for that. It was your contract obligations or whatever it may be. And not only that, Dana White, even though you're signed to the UFC, Dana White has even said that maybe you've lost a few steps. You're a few years out of your prime. But at the very beginning of this interview, you said you're in the best position that you've been in. So do you feel that you're at your prime right now?
Yeah, man. You know, people are telling me, people ask, even interviewers ask me all the time, hey, how do you feel you haven't fought in a year? I fist fight twice a week against some of the best guys in the world, and we don't pull punches. We fight each other, like legit fight each other. It's mandatory. The coaches get angry when guys ain't falling down, guys ain't getting knocked out. So, it's not hard for me to go out there on what people think I haven't fought for a year and fight to the best of my ability. I'm doing it every day. It's just not seen by the masses.
I got to know, man, since it has been so long, since you've been doing this, yet not in the UFC, when you finally got the call that you were going to be put on the big show, like, did you celebrate?
I think we went to a restaurant by the beach and you know, hung out, but I don't think there was a massive celebration. I think that's going to be held off until this weekend because in reality we didn't accomplish anything. You know, I didn't win a fight. I just I signed a paper, but this is just the beginning of something special and something that's going to happen. This is, you know, not the end, and it's not. I don't deserve any praise yet, and I don't feel like I deserve to celebrate anything yet.
I'll celebrate for a lot less, man. I celebrate getting off the toilet.
I'd say not even celebration for finally being released from your Bellator contract that you seem to have been sucked into and held down like slavery.
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm going to stay away from that.
All right. Well, we got one more question for you, man. It's something that we ask all the fighters. We won't push too hard on that one, but since our first time talking to you, we got to ask you a who would win in a fight question. Go ahead, Dodge.
All right, Eddie. It's who would win in a fight: a bear with machine guns for hands and feet, or a pterodactyl that poops chainsaws?
I'm gonna go with the bear. I'm a huge bear guy, so I'm gonna go with bear.
Going with the bear. We got two bears this week. That's awesome. All right, so it's going down this Saturday. It's UFC 178. Really stacked card, actually. It's going to be a great pay-per-view. The prelims are on Fox Sports 1, and you can watch Eddie Alvarez make his UFC debut up against Donald Cowboy Cerrone. We wish you the best of luck, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you for the love from the 209.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.